This broadcast of Stoughton High School Girls Basketball is brought to you through generous support of these WSTO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. The UPS Store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The three things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton High School for high school girls basketball. It is the Badger South Conference on WSTO TV, and tonight it's the Stoughton Vikings at 6-1 in the Badger South, 13-2 overall, ranked number 5 in Division II, taking on the Madison Edgewood Crusaders, 5-2 in the Badger South. That's good for third place, and 11-3 overall. They are ranked number 2 in Division III. Great to have you with us here on WSTO TV. I'm James Weingart as we get ready for the national anthem and our starting lineups. The Vikings come in off of a win against Reedsburg, 71-27. They beat Monona Grove, 61-35. They beat Fort Atkinson, 60-28. Beat Milton, 74-47. And they beat Madison Edgewood by a score of 56-49. The Crusaders also have won their last 5, beating Fort Atkinson 54-31. They beat Oregon 59-47, beat Milton 63-41, Reedsburg 48-33, and Appleton Xavier 80-43. And we will get into more information here in just a couple of minutes, but first we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. There's our national anthem, and we will get our starting lineups here for you in just a second. Vikings, as we mentioned, have already beaten Edgewood once this year. The last meeting was back on January 5th. Stoughton won 56-49 in Madison. They led 27-23 at the half and outscored Edgewood 29-26 in the second half. Marissa Robson had 16 for the Vikings. Cassidy Bach had 14, and Kendra Halverson had 11. And Estella Mashko had 22 for Edgewood to lead all scoring. And right now we'll get our starting lineups first for the visiting Madison Edgewood Crusaders.
5'9" senior, number 1, Anna Frazier. A 5'8" senior, number 5, Katie Maragioli. At 5'8", a senior, number 10, Grady Cody. At 6'2", a senior, number 12, Stella Moscow. And finally, a 5'9" junior, number 23, Caitlin Link.
So again, it'll be Frazier, Maragioli, Cody, Moscow and Caitlin Link for the Crusaders. They doused the lights here in the Stoughton High School gymnasium, and it is youth night as they shine the spotlight upstairs. And here come the starters for the Lady Vikings.
And now here are tonight's starting lineup for your Stoughton Lady Vikings. At 5'8" junior, number 5, Cassidy Bach. At 5'10", senior, number 12, Kendra Halverson. A 5'7" senior, number 23, Allie William. At 5'9", a senior, number 33, Lydia Schultz. And finally, at 6'1", a senior, number 42, Marissa Robson. The Lady Vikings are coached by Brad Pickett and assisted by Susan Zamish and Chris Schultz.
All right, the Lady Vikings introduced. It will be Bach, Halverson, William, Schultz, and Robson. We have a full house on hand here tonight at the high school. I can assure you that there are a lot more people here for this game than what we saw earlier this afternoon when the boys took on Watertown. Two highly ranked teams in the state. Edgewood in Division 3, the Lady Vikings in Division 2, ready to go to it here at the high school in Stoughton. Great to have you with us tonight on WSTO TV. Opening tip won by the Crusaders. It will actually be taken now by Halverson and Marissa Robson. Around over to the corner on this near side for Bach. Lydia Schultz and William. Schultz. Bach with it here into the corner. Back across the floor, down to the corner. They'll lob it inside. Robson behind traffic, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with Stoughton. Inbounds play coming for the Vikings. And they need to get it in, they do. And it goes to Cassidy Bach. Bach, pull back three. Front iron, no good. Robson with the offensive board. Nice spin move, up, way too strong. Rebound on the weak side comes down to Caitlin Link. Long pass ahead, that goes to Bree Fody, out to the outside on the wing for three, short. Rebound tap, and that'll come down to Allie William. Just about a minute gone here, scoreless thus far here in the first half. Halverson dumps it in the corner for Bach. Skip pass across, intercepted by Link, and she pulls out of traffic. Link with it, top of the arc, free throw line, down to Moscow, and she hits a little jumper, and the Crusaders lead 2-0, 16:48 to go in the first half. Robson with it at the free throw line, outside now for William, and she'll head back between the circles. William, top of the key, lobs it inside through a triple team. Robson got around traffic, that's blocked, rebound put back, no good. And the Lady Vikings are now 0 for 4 from the field. Moscow across the floor to the other side, knocked out of bounds by the Lady Vikings. Edgewood leading 2-0, 16:26 to play first half. Inbounds play coming from Moscow out of bounds on the baseline. They'll lob it into the near side. Marigioli moves up, shot just on the front rim. Ball's loose on the floor, now tied up, and this will be to Edgewood. 16:19 to play. Lady Vikings this year, third in the conference, averaging 58.5 points. There's a nice looking jumper from Hannah Frazier. And Edgewood now leads by a score of 4-0. Edgewood averaging 54.4 points per game on the season. Outside, this is Allie William. And now to Bach. Cassidy Bach with it, free throw line, zip pass all the way to the other side. Baseline drive, stepped on the baseline, out of bounds. Another turnover by the Lady Vikings. They are scoreless, are the Lady Vikings, through the first 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Caitlin Link will bring it up now, and she'll give it to Katie Mariggioli for the Crusaders. Now Link, and Mariggioli has it back, lobs it to the near side for Link. Free throw line jumper. Moskow with another look, a good look at it. 4 for her, 6-0. 15:30 to play first half. Robson with it. And William. Near side, Schultz down to the corner. Baseline drive. Comes back outside now for Schultz. William inside. Robson got behind traffic, and the Lady Vikings are on the board. 15-10 left, 6-2 now. First field goal, Lady Vikings 1 of 6, and Edgewood 3 of 5 here in the early going. In the near side corner, Mariggioli. And they'll wrap it around just inside the arc. Fody for a long 2, that's no good. Rebound comes down to Cassidy Bach for the Lady Vikings, and now Allie William has it. Free throw line outside here to Halverson. William inside Robson, airmailed it out of bounds. Sydney Johnson in for Stoughton. 14:44 time remaining here in the first half. 6-2 our score. Turning the corner to the block. High off the glass and good for Caitlin Link. That's her first basket. And Edgewood leads 8-2. 14:30 to play. Bach, William, now Schultz. And William has it back. Halverson spins. William, little jumper, and can't get the bounce. Loose ball picked up by Edgewood. Outlet pass is to Link. Link gets it. Loose ball out of bounds, and Stoughton knocked it out. Paige Halverson in. Out goes Lydia Schultz. 14:09 to play first half. 8-2, Edgewood in front. Inbounds pass in the lane, left her all by herself. Mariggioli has it, and it's 10-2. 14:04 to go. Bach with it for the Lady Vikings. Bounces it into the corner. Halverson with it. Paige Halverson lost the handle on it, picks it back up, and now Cassidy Bach. Bach, free throw line, spins into the lane. Outside now for William. She'll throw it into the corner for Kendra Halverson. Bach has it back. And now this side, inside, back to the outside. 3 on its way. Back iron, no good. Rebound tipped, and this will be tracked down by Stoughton, but it goes right to Hannah Frazier, and here come the Crusaders. Caitlin Link has it. 13:20 to play in the first half. Lady Vikings trailing by 8. And a loose ball. Moskow goes, picks it back up out at half court. She's being harassed by Kendra Halverson. And inside, now outside, Mariggioli for 3. 5 points for Mariggioli and a timeout Vikings, and Coach Pickett is unhappy with the officials, trying to claim that one of the Crusader players had pushed off on the outside arm. 13:02 to go, and the Lady Crusaders leading by a score of 13-2. So early going here, Frazier with 2 points, Mariggioli with 5, Moskow with 4, and Caitlin Link with 2 for Edgewood. And only 1 basket so far for Stoughton. Lady Vikings 1 of 8 field goals, and the Crusaders are 6 of 9. So they've had the hot hand so far, have the Crusaders. Coach Pickett still chewing at the official. So Britta Hovde, Katie Mariggioli, Moskow, Rarig, and Link in for the Crusaders. And on the outside, Halverson. Near side, that's Bach. She bobbled it, picks it up here in the corner, gets it back in the... And now it's Paige Halverson. Sydney Johnson also checked in for Stoughton during the timeout. Peyton Treloff has it. And now Halverson, free throw line, out to the wing. Halverson has it back, winds up for three. That's way short. Offensive rebound put back good for Peyton Treloff, and it's 13-4. 12:22 to go first half. Vikings down by 9. Caitlin Link has it for the Crusaders. Out to the corner, long two, back iron no good. Rebound taken by Stoughton, and then a foul on Edgewood over the back, and that's against Britta Hovde, and that'll be her first, team foul number 1 here in the first half. Emma Kissling and Allie Weehm back into the lineup for the Lady Vikings. Kendra Halverson, among others, checking out. Hannah Frazier back in for Edgewood as well. Into the corner, three on its way. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Frazier. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. 13-4 Edgewood. Caitlin Link has it in the front court. Near side wing, that will go to Hovde. And now Moshkow, pull-up jumper, front iron, no good. Rebound, tip, and taken by Paige Halverson. Halverson into the front court at the wing. Near side, now free throw line. Down the lane, kicks it back out. Kissling with it. Bounce pass in, Marissa Robson spins her way through traffic, and then out of bounds, last touch by the Crusaders. Laura Staveness is the head coach for Edgewood. Robson for three, that's no good. And Moshkow, the 6'2 player from Edgewood, pulls down the rebound. Long pass ahead, Caitlin Link with it. Pull-up jumper, no good. And the offensive rebound, and then a foul called as Rachel Rurig pulled down the board. Stoughton foul number 14, and that is Emma Kissling. That's her first, and the first team foul here in the first half. Rurig on the free throw line. That's no good. First free throw attempts for either side here in the early going. Marigioli and Foti back in for Edgewood. 11:15 to go in the first half, and she missed both free throws. Stoughton has the rebound. Baseline drive and a cutoff, and a foul called against Rachel Rurig. That'll be her first, second team foul. Allie Weehm to inbound for Stoughton. Weehm on the baseline, into the lane, left-hand layup, partially blocked by Marigioli. Loose ball picked up by Rurig, and Marigioli has it in the front court now for the Crusaders. In the middle, Moshkow, pull-up jumper, can't get the bounce. Rebound taken by Stoughton through traffic, and now Weehm on a break. Weehm, nice pass to Robson as she and a couple of Edgewood players tumble over one another, and we've got a jump ball called. Possession arrow should stay with Stoughton this time. Kendra Halverson back in. Out goes Paige Halverson for Stoughton. 10:47 left in the first half. In the middle, shot, foul call, basket counts, and Kendra Halverson heads to the line to try and convert a three-point play. Foul against 12, Moshkow, that's her first. Britta Hovde back in for the Crusaders. Free throw in and out and back in again. So now it's 13-7 as Halverson converts the three-point play. 10:40 to play first half. Moshkow with it, way out above the arc. And now Hovde down to the corner for Marigioli. Marigioli on the wing, spins there, throws it back into the corner where Hovde waits for it. And now Foti, wrap it around the arc, 10:22 left. Medium range jumper, a little strong. Offensive rebound, Frazier. And then a jump ball called. Possession arrow this time goes to Edgewood. $10:17 to play in the first half. And sub coming in here, looks like. Cassidy Bach back in, another sub. Lydia Schultz returns to the lineup as well. 10:17 to play here in the opening half. Edgewood 13, Stoughton 7. Here's a long two for Fody, and that's her first basket, and it's 15-7. Now quickly on the other end, thought about a three, pull up a long two, and that's a sweet-looking shot from Kendra Halverson. 15-7, 10 minutes to go. Actually, Bach got that last basket. Fody out to the high post for Marigioli. Now Moscow with it above the arc. Back to this side. And in the corner, Edgewood has it there. 9:40 to play here in the first half. Moscow through a double team. They wrap it in the lane, and that's going to be out of bounds. It'll stay with Edgewood. .9:36 left, 15-9. Inbounds play comes off of a touch, and it's up and good for Marigioli. She has 7, and the lead back out to 8, 17-9. 9:26 to play in the first half. Cassidy Bach whips it over to the far side for Schultz. Just inside the arc, back to this side now, William down the right side of the lane, kicks it out to the corner, a long two, short. Rebound comes down to Marigioli, and then we've got a tackle. Lydia Schultz with the foul, and that'll be her first. .9:11 to go. Second team foul against the Lady Vikings. Marigioli into the lane, outside Moscow baseline drive, missed the jumper, and the rebound comes down to Cassidy Bach. We're just under 9 minutes now to play here in the first half. Bach, little crossover down to the corner, inside, back to the outside. Bach has it back, and picked her dribble up on the sideline, gets rid of it to Allie William, and she'll throw it to the corner on the other side for Schultz. Kendra Halverson spins to the block, forces up a shot and puts it through, and the count it. Britta Hovde with the foul. That's her second and the fourth team foul. Free throw is missed from Halverson, but a circus shot cuts the lead down to 17-11. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Near side on the wing, Link, long two is good. And Link has 4, 19-11, 8:18 to play. Allie William down here to the corner for Schultz. Back to William on the wing. They'll throw it over to the far side. Halverson back to this side for William. Free throw line. And Cassidy Bach with it now. Bach bounds it into the corner for Schultz. Bach has it. Kendra Halverson. Halverson to William. 7:45 to play inside, and we've got a foul called against Marigioli, and that'll be number 1 on her. 5 team fouls now against the Crusaders. 7:44 to play in the first half, 19-11 Edgewood. Inbounds play coming from Peyton Treloff into Sydney Johnson. Johnson bounces it back out to Treloff, and they'll pull it back. 7:38 to go. Treloff with it. And outside, 3 on its way, and good for Cassidy Bach. And it's 19-14. And Bach has 5. First three-pointer of the night for the Lady Vikings. They're 1 of 6 from behind the arc. 7:15 to play in the first half. 5-point difference. Top of the arc. Now this side, it is Caitlin Link. Back to the other side. A long 2 is no good. Weak side rebound comes down to Bach. Long pass ahead to Halverson. 7 minutes to go. in the middle. That was knocked aside. Edgewood has the loose ball and then tipped away, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Edgewood. Edgewood fans displeased with the fact that there wasn't a foul called there. And the inbound goes to Caitlin Link. Link will run the floor. 6:48 to play, 19-14. Edgewood's lead is down to 5. They threw it at the feet of Moscow, and then a foul called from behind. And it looks like that's going to go against Halverson. That'll be her first, and the third team foul. Paige Halverson back into the lineup for Stoughton. Inbounds play comes to the near side. Moscow got behind Halverson again, and so Kendra picks up 2 quick ones. And so that will be the 4th foul, and that'll put Estella Moscow on the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one no good. So the Crusaders now 0 for 3 from the line. Moscow, a senior, she is 6'2", as we mentioned. And the second free throw is good, so that gives the Crusaders a 20-14 lead. Moscow, unsurprisingly, is the team's leading scorer. Here's a 3 air ball. Weak side rebound ends up on the floor. And now finally they stop play. Jump ball called. Possession arrow will stay with Stoughton. Moscow is the team's leading scorer, number 3 in the conference at 17.3 points per game. Marigioli is number 5 in the conference for Edgewood, and she has a 15-point per game average. Long inbounds pass. Paige Halverson has it. 6:22 to go. Halverson, little layup was too strong. Marigioli has the rebound. Long pass ahead. Moscow baseline drive through a quadruple team. Comes back to Marigioli. Her shot short. Rebound comes down to Halverson for the Vikings. 6:05 to play in the half. Over to this near side. That's Bach. And they bound it back out. Bach has it back in the corner for 3. Short. Rebound. Tip. Halverson had it. Frazier comes away with it. And then a foul called against the Vikings. And it goes against Marissa Robson. That'll be her first. And the 5th team foul. Subs on both sides here. 5:54 to go in the first half. Edgewood 20, Stoughton 14. Both teams with 5 fouls here in the first half. Moscow with it out top, and now Rarig has it. Caitlin Link. Moscow picks her way through traffic. Shot no good. Rebound. Put back foul called. Basket counts. Moscow just towered over everybody. And they will send Moscow to the line as Cassidy Bach picks up her first and the 6th team foul. Moscow with 7 points already tonight. And the free throw keeps her at 7 on the miss. And a foul called over the back. That goes against Marigioli, and that's number 2 on her. And the 6th team foul. So both teams now with 6. Lady Vikings, Marissa Robson has a 13.5 points per game average this year. Kendra Halverson, 12 and change. And Cassidy Bach with 8.3. 5:22 left in the first half. Edgewood's lead has been a consistent right around 8 points. That's where it is at the moment. William, Paige Treloff with it for the Lady Vikings. Treloff back to the outside. That is down the lane. Foul called. No, it isn't either. It's going to be a traveling call against Stoughton, so a turnover. Edgewood 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Stoughton 1 of 2. 5 minutes to play in the opening half. Edgewood leading 22-14. And that's going to be a travel on the other end. So they trade traveling turnovers. Marissa Robson back in for Stoughton. Hannah Frazier back in for Edgewood. And I will tell you that we have a very nice crowd here at the gymnasium at Stoughton High School tonight for this Badger South Girls Conference matchup between Edgewood and the Lady Vikings, and Edgewood with a steal there. 4:42 to play. Moshkow with it. Whip pass into the block to Frazier. Outside, three on its way, and it's good for Caitlin Link, and she has 7. And then it's back out to a double-digit lead, 25-14. William inside Robson through a double team. Oh, and a travel. Kendra Halverson back into the Viking lineup. 4:23 to play in the first half. 25-14. Stoughton in front. This game obviously has conference standing implications as well as ranking implications. 4:10 to play. Stopped at the free throw line. Moshkow threw a triple team, and she traveled. 4:05 left. Badger South standings. Monroe 8-0. Stoughton 6-1. Their only loss was to Monroe. And Edgewood 5-2. Stoughton plays Edgewood obviously here tonight, and then they play Monroe here in Stoughton on Tuesday. Robson back to the outside. Treloff. William with it now. And in the corner, Kendra Halverson. Skip pass all the way across the floor. Sydney Johnson. Treloff with it. Sydney Johnson again. Treloff, free throw line. William. Oh, through the hands and out of bounds of Sydney Johnson. Off of Sydney Johnson.
Cassidy back returns for the Vikings.
Three and a half minutes to play, first half. Edgewood in front at the moment by 11, 25-14. Rachel Rurig. Moshkow with it just above the arc. Jumper inside the lane, no good. Rebound comes down to Cassidy Bach. Bach, Treloff has it on the near side wing. 3:06 to play. Now William has it. Free throw, top of the arc. Bach with it back. 3 minutes to play. Baseline drive, up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Bree Fody. Moshkow with it in the backcourt. And over to this near side corner for Link. Trying to get around Treloff. Link still with it. Little up and under. That's no good. Foul called on the rebound. And it's going to send Rachel Rarig to the line to try a 1-and-1. Foul goes against Cassidy Bach. That's 2 on her. And the 7th team foul. So Rarig on the line to try a 1-and-1. First free throw is no good. Rebound comes down to Bach for the Vikings. And it's 2:35 to play here in the first half. Halverson, Treloff, this side for Bach. Robson posting up. Over to the other side. Treloff with it now. Halverson again. Free throw line, kicks it out to the corner. Inside, Halverson, running hook shot, partially deflected. Robson got it back underneath and puts it up and in. 25-16, Robson has 4, 2:10 to go. Caitlin Link just across the half-court line. Paige Treloff chasing her. Just under 2 minutes left here in the half, and now a timeout called by Edgewood. So 25-16, Edgewood in front by 9 with 1:54 to go in the first half. And on the floor at the moment, Caitlin Link with 7 points. Moshkow also with 7. Fody with 2. Frazier with 2 for Edgewood. Bach and Kendra Halverson both with 5 for Stoughton. Marissa Robson has 4, and Peyton Treloff with 2. $1:54 to go in the first. 25-16. Vikings down by 9. And the inbounds play will come from Hannah Frazier over on the far sideline. And they throw it into Link. Caitlin Link with it, still just inside the arc here. Over to the other side, Rarig, and Link has it back. 1:40 to play. Link got free over this way, and the shot's good. Link has 9, and it's 27-16. Minute and a half to play in the first half. Out to the outside, Halverson thought about it, pulls it down to Robson. Robson around a triple team, foul called, and she'll head to the line for 2. 10, Bree Fody with the foul, her first, 7th team foul. And Marissa Robson on the line to try 2 free throws with 1:25 to play in this opening half. First one good, so the Lady Vikings now 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and that cuts the lead down to 10, 27-17. And the second free throw is good as well. So Vikings now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Lead back down to 9 for Edgewood, who has the ball, 1:20 to play. Caitlin Link with it between the rings, over to Frazier on the wing. Back to this side now for Fody. Top of the arc, 1:10 to go. Caitlin Link has it. Treloff facing her up. Link outside for Rarig, into the lane, forces up a shot. Offensive foul called against Edgewood. 14, Rarig, her second. And that's an offensive foul, 8th team foul. And of course, they don't shoot free throws on an offensive foul. So it will be Stoughton's ball with 1 minute even to play. Vikings looking to trim the lead down, going into the halftime break, trailing by 9 at the moment. 53, 52, 51 seconds to go in the first half. Weeum with it. Inside pass to Robson, knocked away, and now the Vikings get it back. Bounces it back out, and that's going to be over and back. Turnover by Stoughton at an inopportune time. Not that a turnover is opportune at any time, but especially here in the last minute of play, looking to cut down a 9-point disadvantage. Paige Halverson back into the lineup for the last 41 seconds. Caitlin Link with it just across the half-court line. 34, 33, 32 seconds to go in the half. Moshka with it out above the arc. 25 seconds to play. Link with it again, 21, 20, 19 seconds to play. Back on the wing. They'll bring it back out toward the top. 15, 14, 13 seconds. Caitlin Link still with it. Now Moshka, she'll drive it toward the baseline and throws it into the hands of Marissa Robson. Vikings have a chance here with 2-1. Weeum pull-up jumper at the buzzer, and she got it for 3! That'll change the momentum heading into halftime. 27-21. We have reached the half. We'll come back second half, and we'll check the first half numbers right after this. This is high school girls basketball, the Badger South Conference on WSTO TV. Back at Stoughton High School, James Weingard with you on WSTO TV, where the Madison Edgewood Crusaders lead over the Lady Vikings 27-21 at the half. For Edgewood in the first half, it was Caitlin Link with 9 points, Marigioli with 7, Estella Moshka with 7, Hannah Frazier and Bree Fody both with 2. And the Lady Crusaders shot 12 of 27 from the field, 1 of 6 from the free throw line. And in the first half for Stoughton, it was Marissa Robson with 6, Cassidy Bach and Kendra Halverson with 5, Allie Weeum with 3. That last three-pointer where she played beat the clock and won. And then Peyton Treloff had 2. Lady Vikings shot only 31% from the field in the first half, 8 of 26, and they were 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. So we start the second half now with the Lady Vikings trailing 27-21. Interesting note, the the first game between these two teams back on January 5th, the score almost exactly the same. It was the Lady Vikings leading Edgewood 27-23 at the half, and the difference only 2 points right now. And off we go for the second half, and it will be Caitlin Link with it, and back to the top. And that will be a drive right down the left side of the lane for Marigioli. 29-21, Robson throws it out to the near side. Halverson for three, back iron no good, and the rebound comes down to Marigioli. Moshkow with it. Link in the corner for three, and she knocks it down. 32-21. So a 5-0 start for the Crusaders. Inside pass was knocked away. And then a traveling call. Minute gone here in the second half. Edgewood has extended a 6-point lead out to 11 in the second half. Kendra Halverson with it. William now. Bounce pass to Halverson. Zip pass into Robson through a triple team. Forces a shot up. Draws a foul though. And Bree Fody, I think, will be charged with the foul. And that's who it will be. That's number 2 on her. First foul here in the second half. And it will be Marissa Robson on the free throw line. First one good, 32-22. Second free throw good as well. .36 to go in the game, 32-23. Moshkow, baseline drive. Got trapped underneath there. William with the steal off of a tip. Long pass ahead, nice pass ahead. And then settled down by Bach as she heads to Robson on the baseline. And now Bach has it back on the wing. Cross-court pass, Schultz down to the corner for Halverson. Halverson spins back to the corner. Schultz may have traveled. Bounce pass back out to the wing, and now we've got a pile up in front of the Viking bench. Long pass back to the other end. Reverse layup good for Moshkow, and it's 34-23. 2 minutes gone, and almost a steal by Edgewood. Robson drives down the lane, kicks it out Schultz. Long two, rattles in and out, and no good. Rebound on the floor, and out of bounds. It'll belong to Stoughton. Paige Halverson back in for the Lady Vikings. 15:47 left in the second half, and it's 34-23. Into Robson in the corner for Stoughton. To the lane, and that's blocked. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with Stoughton. Inbounds play coming from the Lady Vikings. Halverson in the lane. That's blocked too, but Marigioli got a little bit piece of the arm, and so that will be her third foul, second team foul, and Kendra Halverson on the line to try 2 free throws. Lady Vikings 5 of 6 from the line so far, and now 5 of 7 as that one's missed. Lady Vikings trailing by 11, can't afford to miss too many free throws. And the second one is good. So the lead back to 10, 15:38 left in the game, 34-24 Edgewood. Caitlin Link has it for the Crusaders. Over to the far side for Marigioli. Now Moshkow, pull-up jumper, free throw line, that's no good. Allie William has the rebound. William long pass to Halverson right through her hands and to the photographer. 15:17 left, turnover by Stoughton. Edgewood's ball, and full court pressure being applied here by the Lady Vikings. Bounce pass in, Moshkow. Long outlet pass now to Link. 15-10 to go. Link with it, bounces it in the corner, but Cassidy Bach was there to disrupt that pass, so she bounds it into the end of the Edgewood bench. And the inbounds play will come from Moshkow in to Link. Moshkow for three. Oh my! Estella Moshkow has 12, and Edgewood has their largest lead of the game at 37-24. Robson with it now. Bach. Free throw line, down the lane, forces a shot up, had it knocked out of her hands, and it's out of bounds back to Stoughton. And Peyton Treloff in. Britta Hovde in for the Crusaders as well. 14:38 left in the second, 37-24. And Treloff inbounds, tipped in the air, taken by Stoughton. Halverson with it here in the near. I know that isn't either. That, yeah, it is. Paige Halverson. And now Cassidy Bach. Bach, long two, good. 37-26, 14:24 to go. So a 6-point lead at the half is now at 11. And Moshkow for three again. That's an air ball that time. And Sydney Johnson back in for the Lady Vikings. Robson out for the time being. Another sub coming in. This time it's Rachel Rarig for the Crusaders, and out goes Hannah Frazier. 14:11 to play second half. 37-26 Edgewood. Peyton Treloff has it for the Lady Vikings just across the timeline as we come up on 14 minutes left to play here in the second half. Treloff down the left side of the lane, short. Ball batted out on the rebound, and it's Bach with it. Treloff has it back in the corner. Bach winds up for three, and it's no good, and it's Caitlin Link with the rebound. And a takeaway by the Lady Vikings. Treloff has it again, just in, at the arc. Now this near side, Halverson, and she'll take a three and hit it. 37-29, 13.5 minutes to play. Lady Vikings need a couple more stops as they try and claw back into this one. Moshkow, skip pass across, long two, nope. Rebound out of bounds. Oh, that looked like she was on the baseline, but it will be Rachel Rarig getting the tip, and she is putting the shot back. She draws a foul. She'll head to the line for two. Paige Halverson with the foul. That's her first. And Rarig on the line for two free throws, and that one's good. So Edgewood now 2 of 7. The lead is at 9, 38-29 with 13:16 to play. Hit them both. Two important free throws there for the Crusaders. They're now 3 of 8 from the line. Lady Vikings 6 of 8. Treloff into the corner for Halverson. Back out to the free throw line. Long two is no good. Offensive rebound is going to be a jump ball. And this time the possession arrow will head in Edgewood's direction. Allie William will check back in for Stoughton. Robson also back in. Frazier for the Crusaders. "13 minutes even remaining here in the second half. 39-29, Edgewood in front. They've led essentially the entire game. As a matter of fact, I think they have led the entire game. Hovde with it. She'll turn the corner on the right side. And back out to the top of the arc for Rarig. Near side for Frazier. Rarig again. Moshkow with it here on this near side, and that's a height mismatch as she was matched up against Allie William. And I think William's going to get an arm bar foul there. Yep. So Allie picks up her first, and that'll be the second team foul of the second half for the Lady Vikings. 12:31 to go. Inbounds play coming from Hovde and rejected right back out by Sydney Johnson. And this time it's going to be Mashkow doing the inbounding duties. A little easier that time. Mashkow through a triple team, throws it on the other side of the lane, and the little bunny jumper is no good. Rebound comes down to Robson. Weeum with it now for Stoughton. Bounces it into the corner. And that pass is tipped out of bounds by Edgewood. Edgewood 16 of 36 field goals tonight. Stoughton 10 of 37. Inbounds play goes to Treloff. 12-13 to play. 39-29 Edgewood. Johnson inside pass, and that's too far in front of everybody, and it sails out of bounds into the cheerleaders. Emma Kissling back in. Sydney Johnson goes out for Stoughton. 12:06 left in the second half. Full court pressure again applied by the Lady Vikings, and once they get the ball in, they fall back into a defense. 12 minutes to play. Mashkow with it to the block, throws it across the lane. Little jumper from Frazier is good, and it's 41-29. 11:45 to go. Robson spins into the lane, puts the jumper off the glass, and it's 41-31. 11:33 left. Caitlin Link for the Crusaders. And then a hand check against Treloff. So that will be her first and the third team foul. 11:25 to play in the second half. Estella Mashkow to inbound for the Crusaders. And it'll come into the corner here for Link. Moves back to the lane to the outside now. And Mashkow with it at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper is no good. Offensive rebound, Frazier. And now Rarig. Here's Mashkow for three, and that's no good off the front iron. Robson pulls down the board, and then she gets hacked from behind by Caitlin Link and draws the foul. Link with the foul, her first, third team foul. 11:07 to go in the second half, and Stoughton trails by 10. Halverson with it for the Lady Vikings. Inside for Robson to the block. And it's an offensive foul call. Marissa Robson with the foul. That's her second. Wave the basket off. And we're down to 10:57 left. Fourth team foul against Stoughton. Caitlin Link trots across the timeline. 10:50 to go in the second half. Here's a drive from Fody. Stops at the block. Mashkow, Frazier, and hits it. 43-31. Allie Weeum with it to Halverson. She'll wind up for three. That's no good. Weak side rebound, loose on the floor, and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Vikings. 10:31, time remaining, second half. Inbounds play goes to Emma Kissling. Her jumper in the lane is off the mark, no good. Rebound Caitlin Link, 10:24. That's the time remaining here in the half. And out to the corner. Rarig down to Frazier. Fody with it now. And Link pull-up jumper, that's no good. Oh! Collision between Weeum and Bree Fody, and Fody already has, I don't know, and I would never guess as to the reasoning behind this, but Fody's got a black eye already, so wonder if that's a sports problem or where that came from, but as she's a physical player, it's good to see that she is okay. 10 minutes left in the second half. Kissling out to Treloff. No, that isn't either. That's Corinne Olsen. Now Bach with it. Olsen has it back. They'll throw it over here to this near side corner for Halverson. Into the middle for Robson. Robson, right-hand layup is no good, but a foul called. Hannah Frazier with the foul, her first, 15 foul. And Marissa Robson on the free throw line for Stoughton. First one good. 11 for her. 9:41 left. The difference is 11, 43-32. Second free throw no good, and Frazier pulls down the rebound. 9:38 to play. Edgewood in front by 11, 43-32. Caitlin Link with it for the Crusaders. Frazier, then down to the corner for Marigioli. And now Moshkow. Frazier has it on the far side corner. Link into the middle, and that's a foul from behind as Hovde got the pass. Foul against 14, Emma Kissling, that's 2 on her. And the 5th team foul. Treloff and Sydney Johnson in for the Lady Vikings. Robson and Corinne Olsen go out. 9:17 to play. Inbounds play. Here's a long 2, and that's good for Marigioli, and that's 11 for her. 45-32, coming up on 9 minutes remaining. Cassidy Bach with it, top of the arc. Sends it over the head of Peyton Treloff and out of bounds. Timeout called by Stoughton. It's a full timeout. 9 minutes and a second to play, second half. And it's Edgewood 45 and the Vikings 32. Coming up next for the Lady Vikings, they will be home against Monroe, conference leading Monroe, I might add, on Tuesday, which is January 31st, and then they travel to Milton for a game on February 3rd. An Edgewood win tonight, should they hold on for the next 9 minutes, would put them at 6-2 in the conference, and that would actually tie Stoughton, and that would be 2 full games behind Monroe, who remain perfect in the conference at 8-0 coming into tonight's games. .901 left to play here in the second half. Moshkow inbounds for the Crusaders. Caitlin Link has it. Link up ahead against Treloff. We're under 9 minutes to play in the second half. Near side wing, it's Hovde. Inside pass, and that is stolen away by Cassidy Bach. Bach with it for the Lady Vikings. Stops on the wing and down to the baseline. Kissling in and out, no good. Rebound blocked by Moshkow, and she pulls it out of traffic. Marigioli ahead, now to Frazier. Marigioli has it back at the free throw line. 8:26 to play. Inside pass for Hovde. Down toward the baseline. Link, and now Marigioli again. 8:17, 16, and 15 to play second half. Moshkow for 3, got it. 48-32. Edgewood starting to run away with it now as we come up on 8 minutes to play. Baseline drive, nice pass inside, and that's blocked from behind by Moshkow. And Link with it across the timeline. 7:50 to go. Down to the corner for Frazier. Back to the outside, Marigioli. Marigioli cut off by Bach. Inside Moshkow, pull-up jumper, and that's good. Holy buckets. 50-32. Edgewood now is 21 of 44, so just under 50%. Vikings 11 of 43, and that 3 is no good. Treloff had the rebound, it's tipped back out to the free throw line. Emma Kissling knocks it down, and that makes it 50-34. Kissling has her first 2 points tonight. Marigioli with 11, Moscow with 17, and Caitlin Link with 12 for the Crusaders as we have hit 7 minutes remaining in this contest. Hannah Frazier, top of the arc. And now Caitlin Link with the ball and lost the handle on it. Kissling has it. Kissling with the race back. Kissling into the lane, jump stop, but it's a traveling call. Mentioned field goal percentage a moment ago. Edgewood 21 of 44 tonight, but perhaps more importantly, they're 5 of 7 on three-pointers. The Lady Vikings are 3 of 13 from beyond the arc. Allie William picks up the backcourt foul. That'll be her second, 6th team foul. 6:42 to play. Long pass ahead. Britta Hovde in front of the pile, and she scores. 52-34, coming up on an 18-point lead now. 6:35 to go. Near side William. She'll throw it in the corner. That goes to Schultz. Paige Halverson with it now. 6:20 to play. Pullback three is good. 6 for Paige, and it's 52-37. 6:12 to play. Into the front court now. Caitlin Link with the ball. She's being chased by Paige Halverson. Timeout called by Edgewood. 6:03 to go. 52-37 her score. And the Lady Vikings with 6 team fouls, 5 for Edgewood. Very evenly called game as far as fouls go. If you go back to the first half, both teams totaling 13 fouls on either side. So Edgewood leading 52-37. And they are led by Moscow with 17, Caitlin Link with 12, Marigioli with 11. And again, Edgewood shooting a robust 49% from the field tonight. And the Lady Vikings are led by Marissa Robson with 11. Lady Vikings only 28% from the field. And though they are shooting pretty well from the free throw line, 7 of 10. 6:03 time remaining here in the second half. And the Lady Vikings trailing 52-37. Edgewood to inbound, comes into Link. 6 minutes to go. They throw it here to the near side for Frazier. And back outside, Marigioli with it. Now Moscow, who's hit a couple of threes tonight. Caitlin Link with the ball. 5:45 to play. Hannah Frazier back to the outside. Rarig. Moscow. Zip pass over here to Marigioli. Back to the outside for Frazier. And again, Edgewood will be very content to run as much time as they possibly can off the clock here. Oh! Caitlin Link ran into the wall with the name Marissa Robson, and that is her 7th team foul, and that puts Caitlin Link on the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Free throw is good. .5:24 to go. Second free throw is good as well. So both of them down. 54-37. 5:22 to play. Robson, top of the arc. Hands it to Paige Halverson. And now Allie William. To the outside, that's Corinne Olsen. Halverson spins her way into the lane, draws a foul. That's against Hannah Frazier. And that will be number 2 on her. And the 6th team foul. And they're going to call it on a shooting act. So Paige will head to the line for 2 free throws. First one rattles through, 5:03 to go. And it's a 16-point difference now after that made free throw. Second one, no good. So now the Lady Vikings 8 of 12 from the line, and it's 54-38 with just under 5 minutes remaining. Zip pass into the block. Running layup good for Moskow. She has 19, and it's 56-38. And near takeaway. Foul called against Stoughton. Marissa Robson with the foul, her 4th, and the 8th team foul. First free throw is good for Link. Second one good too. 58-38. 4:40 to go. Pass inside, knocked away by Frazier. Cassidy Bach with it for the Lady Vikings. They'll lob it inside again. Robson foul called. She'll head to the line for 2. Caitlin Link with the foul, her 2nd. 7th team foul. Marissa Robson on the line with 11 points tonight and give her 12. 4:28 to play. Second one good, so that makes it 58-40 with 4:25 remaining. Caitlin Link with the ball for Edgewood, hands it to Moskow. And then a hand check on Halverson, that'll be her 3rd. Ninth team foul. And Estella Moskow, leading scorer tonight with 19. And that one's good. 59-40. Second one good too. So Moskow with 21. She is 4 points ahead of her season average and almost right at where she was in the first matchup. There's a kick, and it's going to stay with Stoughton. She had 22 in the first matchup between these two teams back about 3.5 weeks ago. Allie William from the block, and that is blocked by Hannah Frazier. 60-40, 3:57 to play. Inbounds play, Robson. Robson's pass is tipped in. Link with the steal. Long pass ahead up the far sideline, and that's Rarig. And now Maragioli. And I would imagine we will see lots of running time here. 3:45, 44, and 43 to go. Down to the corner. Frazier, and now Moskow trying to get away from Halverson. Maragioli has it again. And now finally a foul on William. So William picks up her 3rd, 10th team foul, and that will send Caitlin Link to the free throw line for a couple. .329 remaining. 20 points is the difference. Edgewood now 9 of 15 from the free throw line. Exactly 50% from the field, too, by the way. Second free throw is good. 61-40. Halverson outside for William. To the other side now for Lydia Schultz through a double team at least. Back to the outside now for Bach. Long two, short. Rebound loose and taken by Edgewood. Running back the other way, Marigioli finds Moshkow underneath. And it is 63-40. Moshkow now has 23. Robson in the lane, picks her way through a double team, forces up a shot. No call on that shot. And I would imagine that Coach Pickett will probably be throwing in the towel here shortly, trailing by 23 with 2:43 to play. Frazier over to the far sideline, and now Moshkow with it. 2.5 minutes to go. Caitlin Link. And that's tipped out of bounds by Halverson. Peyton Treloff and Bryn Sproul and Gigi Zamish in for the first time. So time to bring in some bench players for the Lady Vikings. Get a little playing time here with 2:20 to go, 63-40. Caitlin Link with it. And now down the lane, jumper, that's partially blocked. Rebound comes down to Stoughton. Bach with it for the Lady Vikings along the baseline. Foul called and gets the roll in. So she'll head down. She'll head to the free throw line to try and convert a three-point play. Rarig with the foul, her third, and it will be Bach now with 9 points, trying to make it 10. Nope, a little strong. Rebound loose, coming over to the bench. And out of bounds, it'll stay with Stoughton. Emma Kissling and Paige Halverson back into the Stoughton lineup. 1:51 to go. Halverson gets it back off the inbounds play. 147, 46, and 45. Free throw, or the jumper from the top of the arc is partially blocked. Pass across the lane is blocked, and Treloff has a loose ball. 1:34 to play. Good to see the Stoughton defense not giving up by any stretch of the imagination. And I should also, after I said it earlier, I mentioned Coach Pickett throwing in the towel. That's certainly not to indicate anything to suggest that the team is quitting or anything by any stretch of the imagination. Just that it's a 20-point difference, and probably want to give some bench players some time. Paige Halverson at the free throw line for 2, rattles the first one down. She has 8 now. And the second one good too. So 63-44. Foul called in the backcourt, and Emma Kissling has the foul. And that will be number 3 on her. .123 to play, and Bree Fody on the line for Edgewood. And both free throws knocked down, so it's 65-44. Touched out of bounds last by Edgewood. 1:16 to play. Sophie Eglar in And the Edgewood fans give Moshkow a nice round of applause as she comes out. 1:13, 12, and 11 to go here in the second half. Zamish, Treloff, free throw line, back to the outside. Kissling, pull-up jumper, good. 65-46 as we are now under a minute to play. (49, 48, 47 seconds left. So coming off of this game, the Lady Vikings will have to regroup over the next day or so, a couple of days. And we've got a 30-second timeout as they get ready to face the undefeated in the conference, Monroe. Monroe on Tuesday. And the timeout is just for substitution purposes. So, and the Lady Vikings will elect to take the full 30-second timeout. So, 65-46. .9 seconds remaining. Aaron Tomlinson it's taken away by Bryn Sproul. Now up ahead, right-hand layup, little strong. Rebound tipped out to Treloff in the lane. 32-31, Treloff for three, and she knocks it down. And a timeout called by Stoughton. 65-49. So Treloff now with 5 tonight. .28.5 seconds to go. Stoughton and Edgewood will meet in a different sport on Tuesday. It'll be boys hockey at the Mant Center. And we will have that game for you on WSTO on Tuesday night. Lady Vikings and Monroe here at the high school also played on Tuesday. We'll have that on tape for you. Sophie Iglar with it. Under 20 seconds to play. And that pass batted away. And it's going to be Paige Halverson with 12, 11, 10 seconds left. Halverson, foul called, and she'll head to the line for 2. Sophie Iglar with the foul. That's her first. And Paige Halverson on the line for 2 free throws. First one good, 65-50. 8.8 seconds. Offensive rebound put back is no good. Another offensive board, and we've got a jump ball called with 4.3 seconds. 4.3 seconds left. Treloff to inbound. Vikings, nice pass into Halverson. Her jumper hits the bottom of the rim, and they will let the clock run out. And the Crusaders win it 65-50. Taking a look at our scoring summary, Moshkow had 23 for Edgewood, 17 for Caitlin Link. Katie Marigioli had 11, Hannah Frazier with 6, Fody with 4, Hovde with 2, and Rachel Rarig with 2. And the Crusaders shot 24 of 47, 51% from the field, and 12 of 18 from the free throw line tonight. And for the Lady Vikings, it was Marissa Robson with 13, Paige Halverson with 10, and Bach with 9. Kendra Halverson had 6, Peyton Treloff with 5, Emma Kissling with 4, Allie Weeum had 3 points. Lady Vikings shot 16 out of 58 from the free throw line, 27.6%, and they were 13 of 19 from the free throw line. The Lady Vikings were 5 of 15 from the three-point line. And so, again, our final score here tonight, it is the Edgewood Crusaders winning over the Lady Vikings by a score of 65-50. So with the win, Edgewood improves to 6-2 in the conference. They're now 12-3 overall. And Stoughton drops to 6-2 in the conference, and they are now 13-3 overall. Lady Vikings back in action, as we mentioned, here at home against Monroe on Tuesday, January 31st. And then they'll be on the road at Milton on, I believe that's Friday, which is February 3rd, for their next 2 games. So we hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the earlier game this afternoon with the boys. And we will see you for more sports on Tuesday. Till then, James Weingart from Stoughton High School saying thanks so much for being with us. This has been a presentation of WSTO Sports in association with Stoughton High School. And for more, go online, WSTO.TV. See you Tuesday for more sports. Till then, James Weingart from Stoughton High School. Good night and have a great rest of the weekend. This broadcast of Stoughton High School Girls Basketball is brought to you through generous support of these WSTO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. The UPS Store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The 3 things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSTO programming.